Well, we are on course to win yet another Premier League title, but can we make it the year we win the Champions League? Hello, welcome to part 85 of the Hollywood Dream. We're coming up in today's episode. We do have our second leg of our round of 16 fixture against AS Monaco. Then, obviously, should we get past them, we will obviously do our second leg of the quarter-final tie, whoever that may be against. But since the last episode, our form has been absolutely spectacular. We've only lost one game since the last episode, and that was unfortunately a 2-1 defeat to Newcastle, where we tried to have a late comeback, but yeah, it just didn't work out. But apart from that, we've won pretty much every game. We did beat AS Monaco in the first leg 4-1, so we've got a nice healthy 3-goal difference, and obviously Premier League has been going really rather well. We are still top of the league with 7 games to play. We do sit obviously top, 7 points clear, which is very, very good. And I think we've got most of the teams are easy until we get to like late April, where we play Man United and Liverpool. So I think we'll be fine. I think we'll win another Premier League season title, but I don't really want to. It'd be nice to, but I want to win the Champions League. That's the reason why we're here. I don't think we did any January transfer business. Not that I know of. No, we didn't. We just had to make sure we didn't have to do any last minute business. Don't think I'm not aware of any. Don't think we've got any business lined up for the summer. Still got plenty of a transfer budget, so we might just leave the next manager with a special gift if we do win the Champions League, which obviously we might not this year, but hopefully we do. So the lineup for the second leg will be Rivera in goal, a back four, Ripoll, Worrell, Kushner and Talby, Hunter and Taylor in the midfield. Then we've got Muller on the right, Citre on the left. Then we've got Cisco and Sherman up front. We do have a bit of an injury crisis, or we did have an injury crisis. Morris and Bishop are both injured. Morris can play, but he can only play 45 minutes. Bishop, cannot play until Ahmed is fine. So Bishop will get on in the second half, but we are 3 goals up, so yeah, we shouldn't have to rely on him too much. So we might just not bring him on this game. We'll keep him fit for the quarterfinals. Try and keep him fit. Try and not play him as many times as we do. Maybe try and rest him in the Premier League games and only use him in the Champions League. I think that's what we might do, because Lino has been absolutely superb recently. He's had he's definitely already got over 10 goals this season. Zesko, he's another player this season. Zesko, he's got over 30 goals this season. Absolutely ridiculous. Top goal scorer with 30 goals, which is absolutely absurd. We do have 15 minutes left to play of the first half. Still goalless at the moment, but obviously that aggregate scoreline is well clear of what we need it to be. I would have taken a 2-goal lead, but a 3-goal lead is absolutely it's brilliant. It's beyond brilliant going into this second leg. Ripoll, Sherman puts the ball into the back of the net for his 6th goal of the season. I think Sherman, in my opinion, he's a very underrated player. He does. I don't think he gets the plaudits like he should do, because he is a superb player. But obviously, Citre is far better than him, so he doesn't get that much game time. But when he does, my God, does he take it and come up with a few goals and assists like that one. Hunter has got the ball. Black to Taylor. Now to Sherman. Taylor again. This is looking very positive. Ripoll cuts inside. Hunter puts the ball into the back of the net for only his 3rd goal of the season. For a midfielder, I don't mind him not scoring many goals, as long as he gets to. I don't know how many assists he's actually got this year. How many did we see that? He hasn't got any assists this year, so we're not going to worry about that, because he's still a fantastic player. I couldn't care less if my midfielders never scored any goals, but as long as they do, that's good. Muller, Hunter, Ripoll has the chance to shoot. He tries to bend one in using his slightly weaker left foot, but couldn't quite find the target. But we do head into half time with a 2-0 lead. 6-1 scoreline on aggregate. We're definitely through to the quarterfinals. I think in the quarterfinals, we just want to avoid Real Madrid. If we can avoid them till we get to the final. I don't know what the other scorelines. I wouldn't mind Everton in the next round. I don't know what the Man United scoreline is, but it looks like Man United could potentially be going out of the Champions League. I thought Real Madrid were going to be going out because they did lose their first leg 2-1 against Leon, but no, they came back around in the second leg and winning that game 6-0. So they're definitely through. PSG, by the looks of it, are going through, and so are Everton. Obviously, we're already through, so yeah, I think if we want to have a chance to go through to the semi-finals, I think we've got to pray for like an easy team like Everton or Lazio, possibly. They're still in the cup, the Champions League. I mean, it's not a cup, it is a cup, but it's still the Champions League. Dortmund I think they are very much going through. Actually, it's 3-3 at aggregate. So Dortmund and Manchester United are. It's going heading to extra time at the moment. It's interesting. I think we'll get this highlight done and out of the way. I think we'll probably make our first couple of changes because we are 75 minutes into the game. We haven't made any yet, so we shall do so now. Right, let's get off. We will get off Sherman we'll get on Max Morris. He can have a 15-minute run around. Isidre is going to make way for Lino. Talby off for... No, Talby's staying on. Brenwell will come off for Cortese. I think that's probably all we shall do for now. Probably get off one of the midfielders in probably like 5 minutes' time. We've got 2 midfielders on the bench that we could basically... Yeah, you know what? We're already through. Let's switch out the midfield. Hunter will make way for Armit, and Josh Taylor can come off for Rodrigo. Because that's theoretically our second partnership, Armit and Rodrigo. Because obviously with Hunter and Taylor, that's really our first choice partnership. Then we've just brought on the backups, or our second partnership when they play together. Come on, a couple of minutes left to play of our round of 16 tie against AS Monaco. We are cruising to victory now. Go has got the ball for AS Monaco. I'm presuming they're just going to try and get a third goal. Obviously, they're not going to make a late comeback. So that would be they would need something ridiculous. They need to go have a goal every minute. So and that's definitely not going to happen now because Max Morris has just put the ball into the back of the net for his 20th goal of the season. Hasn't had many goals this season, but he's had a lot, but not as many as last year. But I guess Sesko has scored quite a lot this year, so which is nice. I don't mind having a striker not performing as well. He still performed well, if you know what I mean. But he's not gonna get 40 goals this year like he did last year. But that was a very, very good start to this season's Champions League knockouts. But let's see who we face in the Champions League quarterfinals. Here we go. It's time for the quarterfinal draw. Then, obviously, should we get through past the quarterfinals, we will find out who we potentially face in the Champions League semi-final. But first, the quarterfinal draw, just to see who we play next. So, teams that we could possibly face against are as follow: Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, Everton, FC Porto, Lazio, PSG, Real Madrid, and obviously us. So I think the dream tie would be PSG versus Wrexham. Get that tie out in the quarterfinals, and we know a big team will be going out. I wouldn't mind Everton, but we did just lose to them in the Premier League. But that was Brenwell getting stupidly sent off in the 25th minute. If we could get them, that'd be nice. And we do. That's what I wanted. A nice, easy tie. So Chelsea, Lazio, PSG, Real Madrid. Close. I was close. I wasn't close at all, but that could have been. There's still 2 big teams, PSG and Dortmund, but Porto have faced a very difficult challenge of playing Real Madrid. Then obviously, should we get past Everton, which hopefully we do, we will have the home tie first against either Chelsea or Lazio. That's actually better than I would have hoped for. So we won't meet potential Real Madrid until the final. My good God, look at this. We face in the space of a month, we would have played Everton 3 times. That is just ridiculous. But hopefully their first leg does go pretty well. If not, I don't mind losing by 1 goal, but hopefully we do win that game very comfortably. No red cards, please, Ben Worrell. So, but I suspect you'll probably suspend it for that game, possibly. But hopefully it is 3 wins from 3, and hopefully shouldn't have to do very much in the second leg against Everton. Well, before we do secure our spot in the Champions League semi-final, a bit of a hint, we won our first leg, but let's go through the couple of results that we've played. So obviously we did lose the league match against Everton 2-1. Slightly disappointed because obviously, as I told you, Worrell got sent off in the 25th minute, and then after that we had a bit of a couple of weeks break because internationals and whatnot. We beat Brighton 4-1, Sherman getting a goal and Xisco getting a hat-trick. We beat Everton 3-0 in the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final, with goals coming from Talby, Pickard and Xisco. Yes, we had to wait to the second half to get all 3 goals, but that makes it more even good. And then we did just beat Bournemouth 3-0, Xisco getting another 2 goals and Bishop getting the 3rd goal, which is very good. So the Premier League table does look like this with 4 games left to go. It's a 6-point gap. We very much secured our spot in next season's Champions League. Budget is still 152 million. Obviously, I will confirm the budget for next season should the worst happen. And we do have a player coming in next year. I forgot to tell you about it. David Langlois is absolutely brilliant. He's a world-class left-back, I think. He leads in Premier League, but he possesses decent amount of pace. If we win the Champions League, it's a nice leaving present to leave the next manager with a decent left back. Not that I'm saying McNeil and Talby aren't decent, because they are, but here we go. 1 win away from the semi-finals, or just a draw, or now a defeat. It doesn't really matter. I think we're going through either way. So the lineup will be Rivera in goal, a back four of McNeil. Why is McNeil playing? We don't need, we can play Almenidez today. Then we've got, finishing off the back four is Worrell, Kushnerov and Talby. Rodrigo and Taylor in the midfield. Hunter is suspended. Citra has unfortunately picked up an oxo. Sherman's playing on the left. Muller on the right. Then we've got a strike force. Bishop and Morris. Morris has the advance forward. Bishop has the poacher. That's the way we like it. Or if Bishop was playing with someone else, yeah, Bishop has the advance forward. But those two together are just absolutely dynamite, and hopefully they can score a good couple goals between them two combined. Hopefully, and that's the plan. Everton do have quite an early free kick. I presume they are going to shoot. They don't shoot. João Gomez with the strike. I think, was he narrowly offside? But either way, it's a poor chance for them. If they got a goal there, I might have been a little bit nervous, but I'm not that nervous at all. We're 3-0 up from the first leg, so we should be fine. I reckon 1 or 2 more goals should be the game wrapped up. And Muller with a decent curling effort with his left foot. Couldn't quite find that top left-hand corner he was trying to aim for, but so far, I wouldn't say we've started well, but we've started off what I would like to. At least we haven't conceded any goals yet, which is, that's the main thing. Don't concede any goals. I couldn't care less if it ends in a 0-0 draw. As long as we go through to the semi-finals, that should be fine. The Chelsea and Lazio result at the moment, well, their first leg ended in a 0-0 draw, which is quite good. I'm hoping Lazio can beat Chelsea, because I know we can beat Lazio. I know we can beat Chelsea as well, but I just want the easy semi-final tie against Lazio. Not that they're easy to play against, because they did win this Serie A 2 seasons ago, so they are a decent side. That match is still currently 0-0. That's got extra time written all over it. At the moment, it is. It's certainly going to extra time, but I'm hoping Lazio can get like a late goal. Otherwise, we will have to face another Premier League team, that is Chelsea, which hopefully not. I don't really remember what the last result was against Chelsea, but we'll figure that out. We'll have a look at that if we do happen to play Chelsea in the semi-final, because I don't think we've ever played Lazio before. Certainly not on camera. And Trevor Zanussi has put the ball into the back of the net to get 1 goal back for Everton. Possibly. No, it has been disallowed. Still goalless and still 3-0 on aggregate, and we head into halftime where Everton need to have a big second half, but obviously with only 3 shots and 0 of them having been on target. Actually, they've had 6 shots, 1 on target. They had a quick spurt there, but I think we're through. I don't see, apart from that offside goal, I don't really see Everton scoring a proper legitimate goal. Nor do I see Lazio and Chelsea scoring a goal either. That's quite. I just want that outcome of the match to be decided. Hopefully, Josh Taylor is going to make way for Armit. I think Max Morris also makes way for Lino. We've got to keep those players fit. We've got to keep our key players as injury free as possible, because obviously we will. I think we will definitely win the Premier League. We'll probably end up winning that one off camera, because you saw me win the Premier League last year and the year, the time before that. German has put us 1-0 up and probably secured our spot in the Champions League semi-final, as if it wasn't obvious that we were going through anyway. Lazio Chelsea still goalless at the moment. I presume still goalless on aggregate. Not that I noticed it was. I don't think they ever scored any goals in the first leg. That must be one boring Champions League quarter-final. 0-0 on both legs at the moment. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Lino whips in the corner. That's not a bad delivery. Kushner could have got it. He still got the Lino again. That's got to be a penalty, ref. Surely Almenidez did pick up the loose ball in the end. But it is another corner. Lino. That's a great delivery. Bryn Royal is there with the header. We are 2-0 up. 5-0 on aggregate, and that is most definitely our semi-final spot secured, and Chelsea have got a goal against Lazio to probably send them through to the semi-finals, unless Lazio get a late goal, which I highly doubt it, but you never know in this game. So I think at the moment we will be facing Chelsea in the semi-final. I think over 2 legs. I reckon we can beat them. I reckon we can. I don't know what happened last time we played them, but I'm slightly fearing the worst that we lost again. We lost 2-0 against them last time, albeit in the 88th and 93rd minute. Then the previous game, we beat them 4-2. That's fine. Yeah, well, that's fine. Over an aggregate scoreline, that's a full draw. I think I'll take that all day long. So I reckon it's winnable. I reckon we're. Yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think we're going through to the Champions League final. But Sherman will miss that through suspension. Hopefully, Sidre's back. Oh God, he might not be back. Hopefully he is. I don't know when the semi-finals is. He's probably not going to be back, because he ain't going to recover that quickly. He might be back for the second leg. Most definitely not the first leg, which is slightly problematic. But I will see you all in the next episode, where hopefully we secure our spot in the Champions League final. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.